Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's currently spring and I feel like when I look at my bookshelf, I don't have any books that scream spring. I don't have any books that I know that I want to read for the spring. It just never crosses my mind, and I feel like I have books for every specific season except for spring. I know in the summer that I love reading things that are set by a lake or a beach. You literally have the word beach in the title. And this summer will be different. Literally has summer in the title, summer sisters, summer romance. These are all the types of books that I love reading in the summer. It's just very clear and obvious when it should be read. In the fall, on the other hand, I love reading these literary fiction books about problematic characters like Big Swiss and Blue Sisters. But I also love reading romance books with magical realism like The 7-Year Slip and The Good Part. In the winter, I love reading gut-wrenching books that will literally just make me feel every emotion possible. Anger, frustration, I don't mind. This one, frustration. This one, I was just so sad. This one, I was like angry at the people in the town. I love reading books that evoke so much emotion, even the bad ones. I love to feel something in the winter because I just feel like everything else is so dead around me. So that kind of led me into today's video, where I really want to get in the mood for spring with books and maybe doing some other spring activities. It's just gonna be a nice cozy spring vlog. I don't know how much the weather is gonna allow me to enjoy spring, because honestly today's the first time I'm seeing sun in like 5 days. It's also really cold today, even though the sun is up. It feels like such a betrayal to like strip down all of my coats and everything, the scarves and no gloves. Literally was walking around the West Village in a crop top type situation, just jeans, and then now I'm back to layering up. I feel like New York has betrayed me. But still, we're gonna try to enjoy spring and really get into the spring mood. So there are a couple books on my TBR cart right now that I feel like could put me in a good spring mood and could give off very good spring vibes. They're all romance books. Unfortunately, I will not be expanding outside the genre today, because right now that's just what's on my TBR cart that's giving me the most spring vibes. The first book that I'm planning to read is In the Weeds by B.K. Borison, and this one I am most sure that it's going to make me feel really good about spring, because one, look at the cover, the flowers, that is so spring to me. Also, I already know that this story kind of starts in March. I gave myself a little preview. So basically this book is a continuation to the Love Light Farm series, and this book is about a Christmas tree farm. She's trying to get her farm more publicity, and so she enters this social media competition, and a big influencer is going to come to town, and if she wins, that influencer is going to give the Christmas tree farm lots of publicity. And basically the social media influencer in this book is the main character of this book, and so when she comes to the town, she realizes that one of the guys that works on this Christmas tree farm, I think he either works on the farm or he part owns it with the main character of this book. I think they part own it. But anyway, she realizes that that guy is someone she had a one-night stand with in a different town, and she just did not know this was where he lived, so she didn't expect to see him, and that's basically where this one's gonna pick up. I know that they're gonna give a little throwback in like November and August, but then the actual story starts in March. So this is perfect for right now. It's April, but it's gonna like continue on. It's just perfect for spring. I know what she was doing here. I'm about to meet up with my sister at this bakery that makes these like really interesting fruit desserts. I don't even really know how to describe it because I don't actually know what it is. It just looks fun and delicious. So we're going to meet up at that cafe slash bakery place, and we're gonna go have those. I feel like that is a spring activity. I think I start to crave fruit more in the spring, and fruit flavored things in the spring and the summer, anytime it's warmer. So yeah, we're gonna go have some fruit dessert things. I genuinely don't know how to explain it. When I get there and I actually taste it and figure out what it is, I'll explain it better to you. I don't know why I haven't worn this coat more in the winter. It's actually quite cute. I think it's because it's kind of stiff. It's definitely not as comfortable as just my regular teddy coat, but it's cute. Let's go. Talk while I clean my room. Well, just for a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna put on Bridgerton. I started Bridgerton, so good. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you for 5K subscribers because it's just very insane to me. I always post, I always do a little community post. I don't know if you guys see it. If you didn't, I need you to know. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful, and I feel like 5K in the world of social media can sound small because there are people out there hitting 500K or 5 million or something. I don't know, you know, it just can feel small, but I don't take it lightly because I'm not kidding. I always look at it in the way that if I had to go talk to 50 people right now, I would probably pass out and be nervous and be anxious. So 5,000, insane number. And just having 5,000 people, even if you're not watching all of them, even if you're not liking or commenting, you're just like silently viewing it, or you saw one video and you wanted to subscribe, I appreciate all of it. Thank you. Also, this is all I got from, where were we? Abercrombie and Fitch? Fitch? I don't know. I feel like I didn't know that that store had nice things. That blue dress, I loved it, but it was expensive. I just got this low-rise denim skirt. I love dark denim. I have been transformed. I love dark denim way more than light denim now, and all I have is light denim in literally everything, in shorts, skirts, jeans, and so now I'm trying to build my collection of dark denim. Probably won't be able to wear this for a while. Today was freezing. My hands were so cold, but yeah, that's all I got from Abercrombie because in there, it's cute things, but expensive. Also, some of the things are kind of ill-fitting because I'm short. I don't blame them. Actually, I do blame them. Everyone needs to have petite sizes and tall sizes and normal sizes because anyway, I got that. My bedding right now is this floral, this pink floral, and that's honestly very spring already, but I'm going to put on blue floral sheets. I kind of just want to switch it up. Anything floral, very spring. But I also feel like blue, anything blue goes well into summer, you know? And I just feel like changing my sheets is all the decoration that I need for a new season. It's just like my room is quite small and then the bed is the center point. Once I change my sheets, it's like, yeah, it's a whole new vibe. So that's what I'm about to do. When I say I'm gonna clean my room, honestly, there's just a bunch of stuff in my bed, clothes. I just need to put things in order. So the bakery that we went to, it's an Asian and French inspired place. Like there were croissants. We had this matcha croissant, and then there was this like block in the middle that I think was chocolate, but matcha over it. My sister didn't like it. She doesn't like matcha. She thinks it's bitter. I liked it, but honestly, the croissant itself, I didn't really care for it. It's just, it it wasn't like flaky enough, and it wasn't like fresh enough for me. I don't know. The concept, I do like it, and I think the ones with the little cream and the fruits would actually be good, but croissants are croissants. You can get good ones a lot of different places in New York, but those little fruit things, I've never had anything like that before. The mango one, unmatched. It was so good. And then the one that kind of looks like blueberries, they call that one the cloud, and it's like the part that mimics a blueberry is like a hard chocolate shell, and then inside is kind of a chocolate mousse, and then it has like this Ferrero Rocher type layer to it. That was so good. That was amazing. The mango was amazing. I would really like to try the pear. I feel like that would be really good. And now maybe not the orange. I don't love orange in desserts. I don't really love fruit in desserts in general, but this one was different. And then we had the coconut passion fruit one. We wanted to try it, and we're like, we might as well. And that one was actually the worst one. It actually wasn't good. That's what we get for being greedy. Putting a duvet cover on will never not make me sweat. Why is it so hard? We have got to find a better way to do it. Or maybe I'm just doing it all wrong. I know some people say something about like rolling it in, and I just never understand what they're saying, so I continue to struggle. The theme is blue now, and it's cute and I love it. The sheets are this blue little floral, and then I got this to match. I mean, it's not an exact blue, but good enough. Kind of hate how this is like stark white, and this pillow and the pillow back there, they're cream, but it's okay. At least those match each other, and then like the duvet covers match those pillows. It's totally fine. You know, even though I have failed at my book buying ban and kind of just abandoned the idea completely, I'm still getting through my TBR pretty well, because it's just all of this now, and then this shelf here, because now down here is just literally all random stuff, supplies and stuff. It used to be books on all 3 levels, so this is pretty good. You know, the last book that I finished is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, and this book that I'm reading right now, In the Weeds, the main character's name is Beckett, and if you've read this, you know who Beckett is in this book, and it's low-key like disturbing me. But hopefully this book is going to heal the name for me, because reading this back to back, I'm supposed to romanticize a Beckett, is just like, ugh, I can't. But honestly, this isn't the first time that's happened to me. I don't remember what was the last time it happened, but it's happened before. I never updated while I was reading this, and I think it's because there really was nothing to say. Like, I wasn't overwhelmed, I wasn't underwhelmed, I was just whelmed. I have a special place in my heart for books like this, and it's funny because when I did pick this book up, I went book shopping at a time where I really just wanted light and fluffy things to read. I didn't want anything that was going to be too jarring, too upsetting, and that did exactly what it's meant to do. So I think it was actually a good book to read after reading The Conditions of Will that had much harder topics to deal with. This one was just a small town, very cute and wholesome town, And that's my favorite part about this book. They're all so close. I feel like this series so far, because it's an interconnected standalone series, it gets me excited for the next book. Like, they kind of hint at the next people, and I'm like, oh, I want to read that. That sounds good. I want to know what goes on between the next two people. So I will probably continue this series sometime in the summer. This was definitely the perfect book to read in the spring though, because it starts off in March and we get some of April, and it's definitely in the spring season, and they talk about flowers, and the male main character, he like owns a farm. It's just the perfect setting for it. I'm overall rating this book 3 stars, but when it comes to like a spring scale, I would rate this book 5 stars. Like, as a spring read, this is the perfect spring read. So 3 stars for the book, but 5 stars for like its capabilities to get me in the spring mood. And it's literally the gloomiest day today. It's raining right now. The sky is completely gray, but it's all right because I got what I needed from this book. The next book that I'm planning to read is actually Love in Bloom by Lucy Eden, and I think it's interesting because the back of this one says, "For fans of B.K. Borison." And I just read that one. I think this is also going to be the same, like very light and easy romance and nothing crazy is gonna happen. And this one is also about a farm. It's about a woman named Emma, and she got fired from a job. She broke up with her boyfriend. Like, her life is just going crazy right now, but she inherited a farm, so she's going to that farm to like escape her life. And so it will probably be really similar to the last one, but I'll see if I enjoy this one more. I'll see what I think about it, and I will rate it on the spring scale and the regular scale. And yeah, right now I'm actually getting ready to go get ramen. It's such a perfect day to eat ramen. Cold, rainy, I couldn't ask for a better meal right now. And I also think I'm gonna go to the painted pot to do pottery painting, because when you look up spring activities on Pinterest, I feel like everyone is just painting pottery, and I want to do that. A lot of people are painting pottery outside in the grass under the sun. Yeah, I'm not doing that because I'm in New York, but I will paint pottery either way. I think it'll be fun. my puff shrunk so much. Usually when my hair shrinks because of humidity, I hate it so much. But I think in a puff it like really works. Like earlier my hair was just flopping over and now it kind of stands right. Anyway, I genuinely did not read anything today. I didn't start the book. I was on the train listening to music, and then I got there and I was eating and I was doing my pottery. It was such a nice day though. The pottery painting thing, very fun activity, and I feel like my plate is very spring. It's very basic, but I feel like it's very spring. The place was also literally 1 block away from the Ripped Bodice, the all romance bookstore, and I was like, I'm not gonna go, I don't need any books, but I went anyway. I like looking at books. I don't think I mentioned much about this earlier, but this is about Emma, who inherits a farm from her grandparents. She knows nothing about this farm. She lives in the city, she lives in Atlanta, and she had to like drive way out to this farm for the will reading, and she finds out that she inherits it. So basically, she just wants to sell the farm immediately because, like, why wouldn't she? She knows nothing about this. But then when she goes back home briefly, her life just falls apart. She gets fired from her job, she breaks up with her boyfriend, and so she runs back to the farm in the middle of the night and kind of just starts spending time there. The part of the beginning of this that I really hated, like the very, very beginning, is that she's still in her relationship with her long-term boyfriend, and she didn't say anything bad about him for like 3 chapters. Well, she didn't really say anything bad about him at all, and then he finally came into the picture, like he was in a scene, and I was like, oh, he's terrible, like whatever. But at first, when she wasn't really saying anything bad about him, and then knowing that she was in a long-term relationship, but she was like at this farm and she was already kind of starting to flirt with this new guy, Dan, it was just like, this is weird, I don't like that. But honestly, he showed himself, and the ex-boyfriend is horrible, so it was like, it's still kind of like weird, but it's like whatever. Speaking of the fact that they kind of already started flirting with each other, like since she goes to the farm for the first time, this is pretty insta love. I feel like every time I say I don't mind something, like I don't really care about a trope, I'm not like that mad at it, I feel like it shows itself in lots of books, and then I start to realize why people don't like it. I read Say You'll Remember Me, The Conditions of Will, and like this almost back to back to back, and like just all insta love, and I really don't mind it. And I think in The Conditions of Will it's done really well. I think in Say You'll Remember Me it's like I understood it. Here I don't really get it, and I think I'm just like, 3rd book, insta love once again, like I'm kind of just over it. I remember when I bought this book, literally in this vlog, I was talking about how I do want a light and fluffy romance where not too much goes on, because I think I was like going through it and I feel like I needed this at the time, and it's doing exactly that. Again, I feel like this book can serve a purpose, I just don't think that I'm in the mood for that right now, and so I'm not loving it. It's just like fine, it's just something I've been picking up here and there and reading it whenever. You know when you're reading a really good book and you're like at the grocery store thinking, I can't wait to get home to my book? I haven't had that feeling since The Conditions of Will. I haven't had that feeling with any of the books in this vlog so far. So yeah, it's just there. There's not much I could say about it. It's not terrible, it's not very good either. Honestly, I was doing this thing where I dog-eared the pages every time I got the ick. Let's see what happened here. Oh, that was about the long-term boyfriend. I was getting the ick because she had a boyfriend and she was like, anyway, here I think that was their first kiss. Oh, there was a part, like their first spice scene where he was like, I love when you beg or something like that, and it's just like, how would you know that you love that? Like, how do you know that? This is the first time you're doing this, what are you talking about? So yeah, I got the ick a couple times, but I'm on page 208. I'm gonna just sit here and finish it so that I don't have to think about this again. Actually, that's a lie. I have to go to the bank to do some stuff, and then I'll come home and finish it. Oh wait, one thing that I like. He's British, and I like to think that I'm not charmed by the Brits, but I'm just a girl. That part, I mean, sometimes it's kind of cringy, sometimes it's kind of like, it makes me giggle, because I can't help myself, okay? So I like that part. Oh my god, wait, I forgot. This isn't something I'm gonna outright say because it's kind of a spoiler. There's something that she discovers about the farm, and I don't know if it was meant to be like a big reveal or like, oh my god, like plot twist or something, but it's just felt like, what? Like, why would that be a thing about the farm? I mean, it makes sense, but in the moment reading it, I was just like, this feels random. Anyway, I hope she keeps the farm. The farm seems fun. I haven't really said anything good about this book, but it's just like there. Like, what do you say about books that's just there? I'll finish it and let you know my final rating. Oh my god, the spring, I'm still talking, I'm sorry. The spring part of it, not very good for spring because it kind of goes through all the seasons. I think it starts in spring and then it goes through summer. And I think the part where I'm at now is fall, so it's not very season specific, which is fine. Like, it just means you can read it at any point in time. So the goal of like looking for these very specific spring books, it definitely doesn't match that. But honestly, these kind of light, fluffy romance books, that's kind of what I was going for spring, but now I'm not really enjoying myself. So I only have myself to blame. Good morning, handsome. Why is everything bothering me? That should be cute, right? I'm kind of just glad that this is over, which isn't exactly how you should feel about a book. I'm gonna sit on my rating and talk about it more later because not much about my feelings have changed, as I just said. But I will rate it and let you know. The next book that I'm planning to read is Ready or Not by Caraba Stone. I wanted to read this for a while because I've been wanting to give more accidental pregnancies or just pregnancy trope books a chance. I didn't really like Out on a Limb, but it's totally fine. I wanted to give another one a chance, and I also wanted to read this before I read Promise Me Sunshine. I know it's not like a series or anything. I don't know, I just wanted to read this one first, and this one is so spring. That is perfectly spring in Brooklyn, and it is currently spring and I am in Brooklyn. I'm hoping this one doesn't disappoint me. I'm hoping this one is better. My biggest issue with Out on a Limb is I feel like they didn't do anything. Like, pregnant people can do things. I don't even know if I'm in this frame right now. Yeah, I hope that it's not boring, and I hope they don't just sit around doing nothing but talking. Or I hope it's just not a lot of her inner monologue, because that was like my issue with Out on a Limb. Anyway, no need to compare them. I hope I love it. I'm going to listen to this one on audiobook while reading it. I'm gonna do it like 2 times speed because I don't know, I feel like my attention span lately, like this whole week and last week, has just been really bad. And I know it's because I have a lot of other things going on, but my attention span, horrible. So look at the state of my room right now. I am so tired of winter. I'm so tired of wearing 10 million layers. You're probably wondering what the correlation is, but I feel like I needed to find layers that were appropriate for today. Like, I can't wear too many, but I can't wear too little. I'm tired of winter. It's not winter anymore, it's spring. It just feels like winter in New York still. So it's this weird one where it's like really cold earlier in the day and then it gets hot at the end of the day. So I don't know what to wear. So this book, I like how it's going so far. I like it more than the other 2 books that I've read in this vlog. It's just that obviously she's pregnant and her best friend is being so not supportive because her best friend wants to have a child with her husband, and I guess it's just a sensitive topic because she hasn't been successful. But yeah, she's kind of made it all about her, and that part is just throwing me off. Like, I like it, but it's just so sad. I can't imagine telling your best friend this news and she's like, you don't even want kids. Anyway, that's all really that's happened so far. It's very relatable because she's in Brooklyn and like the areas that are mentioned. Anyway, I'm gonna continue listening to this as I go on about my day, and I'll keep you updated. I found out something about the baby's father when I was on the train, and I literally wanted to scream a little bit, but I had to act normal. I wasn't expecting that. I also literally have marked my book with a napkin, and I swear it's a clean one. It's just scrunched up from being in my bag. You see, I have been wanting to give the accidental pregnancy trope another chance, or just more chances in general, because I remember Shaughnessy in one of her videos, she kind of raised a discussion about how we like single dad tropes and we don't like pregnancy tropes. And I guess pregnancy tropes and like accidental pregnancy could be 2 different things. It just happens to mostly be accidental pregnancy. And I have realized when she was talking about it, like, I'm so guilty of this. Love a single dad, hate the whole accidental pregnancy trope. And it's like, I was questioning myself. Like, why? Why do I feel that way? But now I'm really realizing this is just my worst nightmare. Like, this is terrifying. And it's just terrifying. But anyway, other than me projecting my own feelings, this book is going pretty well. Like, I think this might be... Let me not talk too soon. I'm definitely just enjoying this one more than I enjoyed the others. Like, the others started off, like, just mid or boring. And then this one actually starts off and I'm, like, quite interested in what's going on. So I think I could like this one the most. And I have high hopes right now because I've realized I really like her writing. And some of the things... like the characters say are pretty funny. So I'm having a good time with that. I think even though, as I said, I'm projecting and the accidental pregnancy trope is like terrifying, it's still, I love the writing a lot. And I love the characters, all of them. Even the best friend who's being insane. I like the dynamic. Spring looks so beautiful here when the sun is up. The sun has been very rare recently, but very beautiful flowers everywhere, and Central Park looks gorgeous. And I love seeing when the Great Lawn is just so packed with people and everyone just looks so happy that it's warm outside and not raining. But yeah, also
strawberry matcha from Blank Street. So good. I think it's called strawberry shortcake. When I got it, I'm like, this looks weird. And it kind of looked like chocolate. The jam thing looked like really dark. I was like, wait, is this right? Completely tastes like strawberry, and it's so good. I always forget that I like Blank Street, and it's because they don't have seating in their little cafes, and I just feel like, well, when it's cold outside, I feel like if I am spending money on a drink, I would like to sit there, use the Wi-Fi, chill out, and not have to find somewhere else to go when it's freezing outside. And so I just never go to Blank Street anymore. But I saw Maya getting that strawberry matcha and it looked so good, so it was good. 10 out of 10. Honestly, might be the best thing I've had at Blank Street. Also, the green of their matcha was so good. It was such a perfect green. I've never seen it that perfect of a green. I like mine a little bit darker. Very good. I don't know if I said this, but my father's in town. I don't know if that matters to anyone, but it's kind of why I'm so like sparse and all over the place. But yeah, my father's in town. He's visiting, and so I've been hanging out with him. Oh, one thing I meant to say about this is that it's literally November where I am in the book. So as for like the spring vibes, I think it's going to, I mean, obviously, we've got 9 months to go through. It's going to get into spring. Maybe the baby will come in spring. I don't know, but it's currently November and then Christmas is going to happen. So not really off to a good start when it comes to the spring vibes, but I kind of had a feeling that that was the case. Something about books in New York just scream fall to me. And I was shocked at this cover, but yeah, I think the spring's gonna come eventually.
So I'm done, ready or not. And I think the only thing I really said about this book was that the best friend was being weird and she was like reacting very badly to the pregnancy. But honestly, there was meaning behind of that. And I think I also mentioned that I still like her. Like, I just liked all of the characters in this book. And there really was a reason for that. And it gets explained. And I can appreciate the explanation. I understand it. And it just made it all better for me. This book was honestly just so sweet. And the bike. That's all I'm gonna say. The bike. That's the sweetest thing ever, and it just felt realistic. Like all of the hurdles that she went through with the baby daddy, it felt realistic. It felt very real, and it wasn't this perfect picture of a thing. They had issues and they had a lot to overcome. And yeah, I just love how everything played out. I think I was talking about how this book went from like fall to winter, and then obviously spring came around, and I feel like the spring is just the most important part of this book. That's when like all of my favorite things started happening. That's when all of my favorite scenes started happening. And yeah, that's just the best part of the book. You know how there's so many metaphors attached to spring, like new beginnings and like things getting better and all of that? That's literally how this book went. There was so much of her confusion around this pregnancy and just back and forth with the baby's father, and there was just so much going on, and then a lot just started to make sense in the spring and everything started to fall into place, and I loved that. This is an amazing spring read. I feel like it really gives me a great picture of spring. I think I honestly just didn't expect to love this book that much and enjoy it as much as I did, but I really love this author's writing and I can't wait to read her next book. I'm glad that I read this one first and I'm looking forward to her next one. I just realized that I never even really set a rating on this. I don't think I did. I'm giving this book 2 stars. did I even ever like finish out how I felt about it? It's just very forgettable. I'm probably never gonna think about it again. I'm probably never gonna recommend it to you guys. This one is 3 stars. I liked some parts of this, and I also liked this author's writing too, but I also just felt like another insta-love book, and I don't know, it just didn't feel like much was happening, which is completely fine. As I said, there's a place in my heart for these books, but it just wasn't holding my attention very well this time around. But I did like moments. 3 stars. And yeah, 4 stars for Ready or Not. So yeah, those are the spring books on my TBR. Literally, that's all I have on my TBR that kind of reminded me of spring, and that's why I decided to read them in this video. If you have any spring recommendations, please let me know, because clearly I need better ones other than this one. I love her. As I was getting on to the 3rd book in this video, reading 3 romance books back to back to back, I was getting kind of over it, and I kind of wanted to read a historical fiction or literary fiction or literally just anything else. Romance books were just getting old in my head, and I guess because these were just so very typical to the romance formula, like nothing crazy happened in them, I was just getting kind of bored. But honestly, this one was good because they obviously had this entire pregnancy to think about, and it was also a very, very slow burn because of that. And it's like friends to lovers. I don't read a lot of friends to lovers. I've said in the past that I don't really like it, but I really love this one. So this one felt different for me. So I think that's also why I really love this one. But now I need a break from romance just for a minute. Maybe I'll read a Kristen Hanna book, something to make me cry. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like it was very, very all over the place, and I'm sorry about that. Just a lot going on right now, and hopefully I will see you in the next one and I will explain more. If you got to this point of the video, please comment any sort of spring themed emoji, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!